By the way, I'm a caregiver, so I'm not Alzheimer's, but thank you, I appreciate the heads up. I want to thank you all for having me, and more importantly, thank you all for taking time out of your day to come and join us for such a great event. I was raised with two exceptional women as grandmothers. My paternal grandmother died in the early 2000s due to a long battle with diabetes. However, my maternal grandmother is who I am here to represent today. I'll get that later. I should stop here and say that how odd it is to refer to her as anything but Momo. That's a name that my cousin actually gave her a long time ago. I can't remember when Momo began to repeat herself in conversation, but I remember it being somewhere about 9-10 years ago. At the time, she was living in Harlingen, Texas, kind of the South Rio Grande Valley, and we would visit when we could, just due to distance and also because I was in school. One minute she was asking me about college and my girlfriend, and the next I would have to remind her who I was. At that time, her disease had not fully developed yet, and she was still pretty easily able to recall information. I traveled to Harlingen in 2007, the summer sometime, just because earlier that year I found out I was going to be a father, and I wanted to spend some time with my family and tell them personally. I walked to her apartment, and I saw signs on the kitchen that read things like, "Apaga el horno," turn off the oven. "Esta es tu casa," this is your home, and other signs in Spanish. You see, if Momo couldn't live in that apartment independently, she could no longer live there. So my aunt and her caretaker Dora had put up these signs to remind her where she was. But she remembered who I was. She actually let me sleep there until my aunt got off work, who I ultimately was staying with that evening. It was during the day, she was happy, she was content, and everything seemed okay. But when we returned that evening, it was as if she was just a completely different person. She was cautious of who we were, she was crying, laughing, and that was the first time it hit me that she really was sick. My aunt is a nurse who had cared for her throughout her illness, and she just reassured me this was part of what she was going through. However, it's really hard to erase the memory of this amazingly strong woman who made an amazing life in this country, looking to God and asking to be taken, and she couldn't just take it anymore. So, my mother is one of 4 sisters, and the decision to move Momo to California with my youngest aunt about a year ago was not a simple one. So these are the people I want to address today. I recently completed my master's in psychology and have worked at various levels of care for mental health, both before I finished and currently. I say this not to tell you about the patients with Alzheimer's that I have worked with, rather they're caretakers. I want to say to people like my beautiful aunts, my wonderful mother, and all of you who placed your loved one into your daily routine, whether it be physically, financially, or spiritually, that you are appreciated. You do make a difference in their lives, and you are important to them. So, I want to remind you not to forget yourself. Place importance in taking care of you. It's events like these that continue on the legacy of respect and caring for those who need it most. Your donations support the need for clinical research and development of medications and treatments that make a difference. So thank you. From Momo, all my family, thank you so much. I want to close real quick with a story. I have a 4-year-old daughter, she'll be 5 in October, and she likes to blow kisses to people. It's almost too much, you know what I'm saying? It's almost, as a father, I'm almost concerned how much he just blows kisses to people all the time. So, when a cute little girl blows you a kiss, it's natural for you to blow one back to her. So about a year ago, before we moved Momo to California, we took Lexi to visit her, and of course they were playing tea, and when we were leaving, she blew a kiss to Momo, and Momo did something that no one else had ever done. She caught the kiss in midair, she kissed it, and then she put it on her chest. And it's memories like those that remind me that she is still here. So thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you so much, Renee. Thank you. It was an awesome story. Thank you. We're honored to have you here with us today and to share your family story with us. Thank you again. Thanks. So as so many of us know, Alzheimer's doesn't only affect the person with